Bass solo, take one.
Everything sucks. Your attitude sucks today. You know what? Everything sucks. My whole life sucks.
This sucks. Yeah, it really sucks. This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
How about I make the song of a screaming eagle? This sucks!
Forget it, I quit. I can't do this anymore, man. My head's about to explode. My whole life sucks.
Yeah, Mo, that team sure did suck last night. They just plain sucked. Well, I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
Show sucks!
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
Show sucks.
Show sucks. Welcome. Show number 6.
Show 6.
Show 6 sucks.
I can't believe it, dude.
Yeah.
Show 6.
There's no Doug today.
I know. That's why I did that. Dude, I can't believe it.
Douglas Allen Sherman is in the studio today recording with his rock band Gozu.
That's not an excuse. I'm really actually kind of bummed about that.
Yeah, but we have Shatner. We have Jim Healey and Jessie Sherman from the band Shatner here today.
Hi.
What up?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Last week we were in the studio and Doug...
Did Doug ruin it?
No, he posted like, you guys should come up while we're recording, and he was like, come up.
Yeah.
No. No, dude, we're working.
The tables have turned.
Doug, why aren't you here now? Just take a break. Just take a break, Doug.
You're here, and where's he?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's got important stuff to do.
So we got Daryl, we got Jarvis, we got myself, we got Shatner, we got Andy Doherty calling in with some hockey talk. We're going to go over some MBTA stuff.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
One of our company here has a show coming up, and we're going to play one of his tracks.
You got Black Wolf Goat is playing at O'Brien's next Friday, the 27th, with Hepatagua, Faces of Bayon, and Mollusk.
All right, let's check out a Black Wolf Goat track. We'll be right back.
You are listening to WEMF Radio.
Show sucks again. We're back.
6.
Here we are.
Black Wolf Goat.
We survived another week. Somehow. I don't know how. This might have been the worst week yet.
Are you kidding?
But we're on the
not even close.
We're on the tail end of it, though. You can kind of feel it. The snow. We're getting more snow.
Yep.
We're only getting 3 inches?
We're going to get some freezing rain, though.
I laugh at your 3 inches of snow.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, the snow is not even the issue now.
Now it's the ice.
It's the rain. It's the rain Sunday. Ice. It's going to be in the 40s.
Right. And then Monday's going to be
every building is just going to fall.
Everything's going to freeze.
Everything's just going to hit the ground.
Snow monsters.
We might actually be dead before next Saturday.
Good.
Well, I've started building an igloo. In my backyard, so that when my house falls, I have a place to sleep.
So, regarding the whole tea fiasco, which we have to talk about one more time.
Yeah, tea talk.
It's all enveloping. All right, so Fox News posted this thing on Facebook about the tea. Tea talk!
Yep.
And,
terrible time.
Excellent. And the thing that made my blood boil, right, literally, was, people responding about how, they don't ever take the tea. They drive everywhere. They've never taken the tea. Blah, blah, blah. Why doesn't everyone just drive everywhere? This is what people...
That's a good point.
Because there's plenty of parking when you drive.
Yeah, if you drive... the entire city of Boston should just drive into the city every day because there's so much parking everywhere.
Well, that's more or less what people had to do because the tea was
amazing, dude. It's amazing to me that the people are actually that ignorant. But they really are. They are.
I want the tea to work perfectly. You want to know why? Because I do drive to the city every day.
Exactly, right?
I'll pay all the taxes for the tea so that everyone else can... You get on that sardine can with as many people as you want. Stay off the road.
Exactly.
Yep.
And people really do seem to just not even understand the basic logic of that, Dave.
I know.
It's like, look, if you have everyone, the tea's running, there will be less cars on the road, which is better for the drivers.
It's great for me.
Okay? And there's just no room in the city for all the cars, where people are like, just get a car and drive. That's the solution.
Yep.
So thank God that they're not in office.
That's what I did. I went out and I bought a car.
Yeah.
The T went down. I was just like, I'm going to get a car now.
Well, I got a zip
money
car
bags
for a few
over
days.
there.
I bought a couple.
You didn't buy? Did you buy a few cars?
Yeah, no.
Matchboxes don't count.
I was like, this doesn't
I think you're lying.
The T isn't working for me. I'm going to get a couple cars.
And just one other quick thing. I just want to say that as I performed my civic duty, I wrote an email directly to Mayor Walsh. Directly.
Potty Marty.
Telling him, suggesting, you should have some kind of thing where the businesses in Boston stagger their hours, like, in a big way. Not just, like, kind of, but, like, in a very big way. And blah, blah, blah. So that not everyone is coming into the city and leaving at once.
I like...
and I got a response back from someone at City Hall with, like, all these other people CC'd on it that they forwarded it to City Hall.
It wasn't a fax of a middle finger?
No, it was actually... So, regardless of what happens, I performed my civic duty as a citizen.
I think I got a copy of that.
Did you get it
sent to me? I was CC'd on it. It was a great idea.
So, are you implementing this plan?
In my head, yes. It makes total sense.
So, anyway, that's it, though. My hands are clean of this. I'm washing my hands of the whole thing. Yeah. I've done my part.
Can I just add, this is like, Daryl's the tea expert, so I will refer to him on this. Can't we just buy... I've seen trucks that drive on the tracks, right? They have wheels, and they also have rail car wheels under them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't you just put a plow on that thing and drive it down the tracks?
They can either do one of two things. They could either get, like, plows, or they can get, like, the heaters. They have, like, that thing called Snowzilla that we had to get from New York because apparently we don't have them.
We don't.
Where they just melt the snow on the tracks. And we don't have any of this equipment here.
I can't.
Well, the biggest issue I found is when they cry poor mouth and say, we don't have the money.
Yeah.
We don't have the money. Well, where do the fares go? Where do the taxes go?
It's paying off debt. It's all paying off debt.
Nonsense.
And that's all they're going to raise the fares again. That's just going to pay off debt. That's it.
It's going to make someone rich is what it's going to do.
There was one idea that I saw online that actually made really good sense to me, and that is to sell off the naming rights of every single station in Boston.
That's brilliant.
So North Station could
CVS Station.
Yep, North Station. Make it AT&T Station.
Fleshlight Landing.
Seriously. And it might suck that, like, all the Kenmore Station is now known as Walmart Station.
Great.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? We need the money. Sell off the naming rights of every single station in Massachusetts. Sell it all.
That's a great idea.
Here's a novel idea. Manage the money properly. How about that?
Everything.
It'll never happen.
Well, the same person just took from Governor Wells' era when he took all the money to put towards the big dig. He just took another $16 million out of their whole.
Yeah, Charlie's on the case.
And then what's the other thing that we learned about earlier?
This is breaking T news right now.
Breaking T news. Nash, what is it?
I don't even want to get into it.
Late night service is going to be canceled.
Canceled.
When? So it was a year test to do this late night service on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. And it costs, ironically, $16 million, air quotes.
Nice.
To do this, to pay for all the T drivers and the cleanliness, a.k.a., again, air quotes, cleanliness.
A.k.a. nothing else.
Because the T is very clean.
It ironically costs $16 million to run the T overnight all year. So they just cut that.
World-class city.
Yeah.
And so there you go. The late night service, gone.
Yeah, so, I mean.
When does that stop?
Pretty soon. I know the year is almost up. It was a year test. They said they were going to give.
Well, you know what I suggest?
That's awful. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I suggest people just get cars then.
Yeah, everyone get a car.
This show does not condone drunk driving.
Of course.
But enjoy drunk driving.
Yeah, enjoy it. You might as well just drive in now in the snow. Yeah.
I bought 2 cars this week. I leave one where I'm going, so that my space is always there. So when I drive there, I put it in the space with the cars. I take that car out, then I go home. I can't actually go in anywhere because I got to move the car.
That's a really great strategy.
It's great because you always have a spot where you end up.
Your lady doesn't have to leave, by the way. She can stay. But anyways.
Hey.
But that's the kind of progressive thinking that this city needs. 2 cars. Everyone should have 2 cars.
Yep. I like where this is going.
Then you drive somewhere. You have that's
you hold your spot. It's great.
But then what do you do when you get there, though?
This is good.
Well, no, you can't go in anywhere. You just take the other car and you move it back home.
This is good. This is good for the environment and the economy.
Driving
you
cars.
can at least say that you went to work, though.
Okay, yeah.
Every car takes the same key. And then everyone can just grab a car. There it is.
We'll paint them all orange.
It's like those bikes.
We'll paint them all community cars. I like that, actually. That's the best.
We're on to something here.
Yeah.
Daryl, email Charlie. Email Marty.
Yeah, I'm going to email him right now, man.
Zip car is officially mad at you guys.
I'll text him. So we got Doherty calling in. What's going on, man? We're going to talk about the Bruins, right?
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
We're waiting for the resident Bruins expert to pick the phone up and call us.
Doherty, wake up.
Because what's been going on with the Bruins?
The expert hotline.
Where's the dough? Is he sleeping?
Yeah, what is going on?
I don't even know that if I can't do it justice. It's so bad right now that I personally I have to let Doherty.
He has to weigh in on it, right?
Yeah. If you're paying attention, the Bruins have gone over the cliff in a fiery wreck.
Yeah. So I see highlights on the news, and so they put Subban in last night, right?
Well, yes,
that went well.
They had to.
That did not go well, right?
They call the kid up. He's 21, which for a goalie in the NHL, you might as well be like 15. Goalies come in late, you know?
Right.
So they bring the kid up. They're supposed to start him in Edmonton, but they're so hurting for points because they're just outside the playoff window, right? So these 2 points are like so important. Edmonton's a struggling team. They're like the worst team in the Western Conference. Okay. So Bruins are like, well, we need these 2 points, so we'll start Rask for the 8,000th time in a row.
Right.
Rask is exhausted.
Is that like a big problem too? Seriously, with him?
Yeah, well,
he's just starting like every game, right?
Teams have 2 goalies.
Yeah.
So you have an A and a B, right?
Yeah.
So goalie A, which is your starting goalie, will play 65 to 70% of your games, and then you'll have the backup for the other 30%. Our backup has been
who's been the backup?
Nicholas Svedberg,
okay,
who had a bad stretch. They sent him down. They bring up this kid Subban, who's a draft pick. Is he calling in?
WEMF Radio. This is Show Sucks.
Hello, it's Andrew.
Yeah. All right. So now
there we go. Now we can get going.
Now it's officially hockey talk. All right. So everybody doesn't know Andrew Doherty,
the dough.
You know, if you don't know Andrew Doherty, unfriend me right now. Doherty, thanks for calling in, man. Trying to sort of explain to these guys about Subban. So very quickly, just explain to us the situation with Subban, and then let's talk about the Bruins.
Well, Malcolm Subban is a highly touted goalie prospect. He's been thrown into the fire in terms of where the Bruins are right now. I think right now the Bruins organization is reaching for some kind of something to hold on to going into the last third of the season, but it goes back beyond that. If we really want to talk about what's going on with the Bruins right now.
Yeah, lay it down for everybody.
Lay it out, baby. Lay it out.
All right, there's 3 things. Peter Chiarelli, the GM, I'm not a fan anymore. I was at first.
Who is?
Peter Chiarelli, the GM of the Boston Bruins. I'm not a fan of him anymore. I had high hopes for him. He's a Harvard guy. He played as a depth defenseman at Harvard, went through Harvard. He's a hockey guy, made his way to Ottawa. The Bruins brought him in. Problem is, there's nothing worse than a Canadian douche. Boston douche is bad. Canadian douche is worse. He's a Harvard guy. He thinks he really understands hockey. He has an affinity for people who have to go through the tough rigors to get to the NHL, and then he envelops his general manager style around them. So that's why we're dealing with a problem with the cap crunch right now. People like Chris Kelly, people who have no trade clauses, really generous salary cap issues going on right now.
Right. So the Bruins win the cup in 2011. Grown men cry. Then all of a sudden, everyone on the team gets a no trade clause, and they're getting paid like $2 million more than what they're worth. So now you have a situation where they don't have to leave if they don't want to. Some guys are already saying, hey, if you don't like me, then I'll waive my clause and you can trade me. But, Doherty, correct me if I'm wrong, Chiarelli's in a situation where everyone else in the league, they smell blood in the water. And he can't make a deal because, he's Chiarelli, but everyone else doesn't want to make a deal with him, or they're going to, throw him over the coals because we need somebody so bad, right?
Oh, you're right. You hit the nail on the head, Dave. You have to evaluate GMs the same way you evaluate players. And that's the difficulty of being a Bruins fan, because we're so tribal and so clan focused. But you compare Peter Chiarelli to Dale Talon, who brought Chicago to the Stanley Cup numerous times, and now he's with Florida. So when he was at Chicago, he brought in Patrick Kane, David Taves. They won the Cup, and then they went through a 1-year rebuild, and then they came back to the Cup.
Right.
Now he's with Florida, and look where Florida is in the standings right now.
They're about to pass us.
Thanks,
Sean. Thanks, Sean Thornton.
Yeah, well, and therein lies the problem. So Pietrelli, he let go of the players we should have kept, and he held on to the players we should have let go, and that's problem number one. Problem number two is Claude Julien. You look at his history as a coach. I love him as a coach, but he is a Boy Scout coach. He brings people up, and they win, and then he cannot bring them back up again. He won with the Hull Olympics when he was in juniors. He brought the Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils to high status in the playoffs for the first time for a long time after their cups back in the day. But then he was let go. He came to the Bruins, brought them to a cup, and now we're dealing with this kind of hangover with Claude Julien, and his message has been lost.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. I think Chiarelli can go, and I'm fine with that. And I think the sad truth is that Julien will be gone too, and I don't know if that's necessarily completely his fault. Definitely much less than Chiarelli at this point, right?
Well, they go hand in hand.
Right, they'll clean house.
At the season ticket holders conference that he does every year at the beginning of the year, he said that hiring Claude Julien is his most proud moment. Pietrelli saying that to the crowd.
Right.
Well, the reality is this. It's kind of like it's a domestic relationship. There's no love, there's no fire, there's no passion there. So going forward, where I think the Bruins need to go is what I call a soft rebuild. They need to get rid of the players that are probably not what I would call core players. I think Chara needs to go this year, probably not before the trade deadline, but certainly in the offseason. There are a number of players.
That makes me sad too, man.
I know this, but if we're talking about, this is Boston sports.
I know.
We can't have 3 or 4 years of hangover before we get to a championship again.
I know.
The other thing is I think Chiarelli and Julien need to go as well. But there's hope. I think there are people in the organization who are Bruins-focused people. I think Don Sweeney, who was the director of player development, he brought all the young kids up through the pipeline over the course of the years. He's now the assistant GM. He's a Bruins guy. Don Sweeney, 5'8", playing alongside Ray Bork all the way through the 80s and 90s. Yeah. He's a guy who really knows where this needs to go. He's in tune with Cam Neely, and Charlie Jacobs is an owner, or a executive manager who wants to see success. I think he wants to put people in place who want to bring this product through. I think Don Sweeney's a guy that you need to look at because he knows players. He understands. Chiarelli, he's a Harvard guy. He's a businessman.
He didn't work in player development.
Yeah, so I think it'll be interesting. Sadly, I think this year is going to be a disappointment.
Do you think the Bruins will make the playoffs or not?
I think they will, but I would rather them offload some pieces. I think that Daniel Paille, I think pretty much the entire third and fourth line needs to be reevaluated, and I think they need to look at some players who are probably going to be more locker room guys because they lost Johnny Boychuk, they lost John Thornton. They need to bring people in like that who can help counsel the younger guys coming up. And next year, assuming they offload some big pieces for the draft, really need to focus on this draft. This is the best draft in the past 10 years. If they can do that, then it'll be a soft rebuild, like I said, 2-3 years. Now we're back in the picture, and we're doing it right.
And didn't Krejci get hurt last night, too?
Well, Krejci, he's fragile, as they say.
Yeah, it's Italian.
But at the same time, though, I think we'll see. If he skates against Chicago, then it's a manageable issue.
Okay. Right.
But that is a very, very innocuous thing to talk about because he has been known to play through pain. If we're talking about getting into the playoffs and really doing something, do you pull Krejci out? Do you put Ryan Spooner in, which I really, really, really want to see because he's an asset, and he has no trade value right now because the Bruins haven't put him in place to showcase his skill. So, it's late in the game to be doing this stuff. So that's why I'm saying soft rebuild. Don't go all in on a season that's going to suck because the Canadians have our name, and there's no way we get through the playoffs without playing against the Canadiens. So, guys, the bottom line is this. The Boston Bruins, the identity is kind of like, in this like foggy phase. It's not Dave Lewis era that we're looking at.
Yeah.
But it could be if we don't make the right moves. And I think Chiarelli is a guy that has to be looked at. I think we have to really reconsider who is at the top and who's making decisions. Is he more a guy who shakes hands and kisses babies, or is he a guy like Don Sweeney who knows hockey and wants to see something dynamic on the ice?
we got to get serious here. Seriously, the Bruins. It's a low point for those of us who are in it to win it for the long run. It's a low point, but it'll get better. Doherty, thank you so much for dropping knowledge on us. Seriously,
thank you, man.
The Hockey Talk segment was, by myself, very lacking. So you are now Show Sucks Bruins expert.
There we go.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Your show rules. It does not suck. Snacks are good.
It's bad.
Doug is a complete waste of space.
Oh. You're going to get it.
Oh, Doherty.
Love you guys.
All right, thanks, Doherty.
Later, man.
That was rough, man. That's rough.
Right on.
All right, Hockey Talk. Thank you.
Hockey Talk right there. Andrew Doherty.
Awesome.
Laying it out.
So what's going to happen right now is that blue mic is going to go down, and you're going to slide your mic over so you can sing into it. And then we're going to hear a Shatner track, acoustic. These guys, what do you guys got going on? What's going on with Shatner real quick?
Shatner.
He's eating a burrito or something over there. But
I have a burrito.
But
Jim has a good job. I play the burrito.
Do I got to get closer than this? This is going to be all right.
That's fine. That's fine. Keep back.
Hey, what's up? What's going on with Shatner? Well, we just went in the studio last week, or a couple weeks ago, working on a 6-song EP. And we're planning on doing kind of sticking to the EP thing and doing one in the spring, one in the fall.
Knock them out pretty quick,
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Shatner, it's myself, Jim Healey, Jessie, Sherman,
crushing ass,
and Rob Duvall from Cocked and Loaded.
Yeah.
So we've been playing for the better part of a year, but we were between Cocked and Loaded, shows where they had to do their their final shows.
Farewell shows.
And We're All Gonna Die did some reunion shows. So we were busy with that. And so we kind of hit full on maybe in November-ish or so. So we've been...
started in April, and then we just kind of took a 6-month hiatus.
That's how you do it. You start the band, and then you take a hiatus.
Yeah, no, exactly right.
Exactly.
But can I just say real quick before you play your song that because Rob's not here, as a drummer, Jessie, you could probably back me up on this. Best 4 on the floor in the city?
Definitely.
Rob Duvall.
Monstrous. They never asked him to do as much as he can do in Cocked and Loaded because he did exactly what he needed to do. But, I mean, honestly, dude, you take the chains off that kid. He's a nut, and you never would have seen him do any of the stuff he does in Shatner in Cocked and Loaded.
He's awesome, man.
Bananas. It's
when
great.
He plays
it's
4
awesome.
on the floor, my panties get wet.
Yeah, I think a lot of people look at him as that type of drummer, but he's a drum corps kid, so he's got really fast hands. He does a lot of stuff.
I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, sick fundamentals. He's got the building blocks that, as a drummer, I'm I wish I knew how to play drums.
All right, let's hear this track, and then we'll continue.
So, what's the name of this song, Jim?
This song's called Special. This is one that it's going to be on the new thing that's coming out. The EP.
All right.
So let's give it a go.
Spread a disease cast out by your mothers. Live with your tears. All the dread you used to have, no real enough to drive you mad. Such a special circumstance. You never had a chance. You never seem wicked or eager to please. Look
This rules.
Oh boy, that's a little rough.
Very good, man.
Yeah, it's
Very good.
It's rough to sing before nighttime.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of.
It's tough to rock before nighttime.
It's a little early for rock, but that was awesome, man. So let's get more into Shatner, man.
Sure.
So how exactly did this band? I mean, I know that both of you guys played in "We're All Gonna Die" together, right?
That is true.
And then, so how did you actually hook up with Rob?
Rob was well. What happened? Quite honestly, when to make a long story short, I was in Black Tie for about 5 years. Black Tie.
Yep. I remember them.
Yeah, another excellent band.
Yeah,
man.
they were
love
okay.
Black Tie, man.
And what happened is we went on tour, and kind of our drummer got broke his arm on tour, and when we came back, it was just one of these things. I think that things just weren't working out. Nonetheless, everyone's still cool and stuff, but when all the dust settled, it was time to find another band.
Yep.
And so the first thing, obviously not having been in a band for so long, trying to find somebody new, was I wanted to play with dudes whose playing I admired and whose people I thought were good dudes. Dave Jarvis's name came up here, but he was already busy with his new project.
Oh, well.
We can talk about them now.
Right? Nope.
Yeah. And Rob was, Rob was on the short list of people. Jessie was right there. It was one of those things where I was like, hey, Jessie, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm in. All right, cool. So, having done the We're All Gonna Die reunion stuff, it kind of was, a no-brainer. And once we got in a room with Rob, it blew up because he's that guy that is the Phil Rudd, the four on the floor.
Yeah.
But
solid.
I mean, his timing is sick. But he's so much more than that. And
I know. I know he's a great drummer.
No. But I'm saying,
not to kill the point. It's just when he plays four on the floor, I want to do a headstand.
But that was the thing that obviously, he didn't want to do another Cocked and Loaded.
Right.
We didn't want to do another We're All Gonna Die or Black Tie or whatever it may be. We wanted to do something different.
Yep.
Where all three people are kind of coming into a room with ideas, and we've been pretty prolific with those ideas, and it's been a boatload of fun.
Well,
nice,
you
man.
picked a couple good dudes, that's for sure.
Jim and I drink well together,
and Rob's a good drinker too, so it definitely works out.
Nice. So you're doing a new EP right now?
We're doing a new EP. We recorded at Amps versus Ums with Glenn Smith. Awesome. I did
right downstairs from here.
Yeah, I was doing a solo. I am doing a solo record, which is already recorded with him as well. He is. If you don't know him, do not sleep on Glenn. Glenn is awesome.
Actually, you've done.
I've recorded Black Wolf Goat and Scimitar.
You've done most of your stuff.
He's
stuff over there.
He's this dude that comes in and just works, and the work environment is really conducive to getting a lot of stuff done. So it's a lot of, at the end of the day, you're like, holy crap.
No BS.
Yeah, holy crap, we just recorded a record, So,
yeah, he knows his stuff, man.
He knows his stuff. He kills it, and it's a really chill environment. So, so we did 6 tunes. We've got 5 originals and 1 cover.
Can you say what that is, or is that a secret? Or
no, we did it at the show.
We did it at the show. It's a Thin Lizzy cover.
Oh, okay, right on.
Bad reputation, but we're probably.
Oh, so you recorded that?
We recorded
nice.
Yeah.
That's an awesome song.
It's a great song.
Who knows? I mean, if we can even do anything with that, it may end up being a
freebie
download
if you buy
it.
Right. Bonus track or something.
I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, don't want Phil Lyon to sue us.
Sue Schmoo.
Oh,
that's
wait,
what I say.
He dead. I don't care. He wicked dead.
Do you have any shows coming up? Any other shows? Or
we've got something with Cortez coming up in March, and then obviously we're going to be playing Awesome Day. But our focus right now really is to finish this record up, and start getting on the old merch train and get the whole band thing.
Yeah, get it up and going, man.
Business up and running, but it's been, obviously we're focusing pretty much on just tune writing at this point, because I think, the more, if it's a really good environment when we write together, and that to me is something that gets strike while it's hot. Don't let that cool
Are you
down
is this all new material? Is there anything that you had kind of stockpiled that from other bands that you're using in this band?
There's a couple of Black Tie
ideas.
One that had actually come almost to fruition with Black Tie. That was something that I had written that we had never really recorded, but we maybe played out live. And what I basically did is because I really liked the idea itself and how it was as a song with them, but I didn't let these guys hear it and just brought my parts.
He threw us the riffs.
And
then we came up with a completely new arrangement with the parts. It resembles nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty awesome because you get a completely new spin on the song too. Which is great.
It was a little rough for me at first because I was so stuck in that head place with that other way.
You already had the direction that you wanted it, and Rob and I pretty much like turned it upside down. We're like, no, this is how it kind of goes.
That's a sign
now.
of a good rhythm section, right?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Well,
But it came out as, I think it's one of our strongest songs now. Like
strong, but quite strong. Yeah.
Quite strong.
Quite strong.
Cool, man.
But I'm pretty psyched with that. And yeah, I mean, it was ideas that existed, but we just kind of made it sound like us.
Yeah, and there's another one called Hellhounds that was something that it existed, and just the riff itself was in a completely different form. And when I brought it to these guys, like, they approached it from a different angle, and it was like, it blew up. It was like, wow. And that's one of my favorite songs as well in the band. So
nice, man. Nice. I mean, I just know from playing in bands myself, a lot of times if I go from one band to another band, I might have a song that like didn't get used in one band.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to keep that for the next. You know what I mean?
That's mine.
Well,
that is mine.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah,
I'm taking my song and leaving.
Actually, the tune that I just played, Special, was something that I toyed with keeping for my solo stuff.
Yep.
And was like, I wonder how this would sound like beefed up, and it works.
Cool,
it's
man.
like really,
awesome.
kind of just the whole approach and the energy of it really worked when it was amped up.
Jesse, does Jim bring songs to practice, and you're like, "Save for your soul album, dude"? Because I do that all the time.
No, that was Black Tie. Sorry.
When there's a song that I'm like not into, I'm like, "Save for your solo record."
Who do you tell that to?
Anybody who listens.
Oh, just anybody. No. I mean, we. I don't think Jim's come with any like full on like done songs. We've pretty much anything that's been brought to the room, and I brought stuff too. It's a collaboration. Everything that gets put in the middle of the room, we all put our input into.
This band is absolutely the most collaborative band that I've been in.
It's pretty cool. Good. It's really. And I mean, dude, yeah, being a bass player who's a hack to begin with, to play with a drummer makes
I didn't want to say anything, but yeah.
literally makes it that much easier to be a better bass player, to play with a kid like Rob. Like, he's nuts, and it's so easy to sound and feel so solid with that dude behind you. It's right on. It's awesome. So yeah, like I'm really digging playing with Rob. He's perfect.
Great dude and a monster. He totally fits.
Yeah, no, I wish he wasn't such a dick.
And what about the name, dude? What's the whole any backstory to Shatner?
There's a totally a backstory.
Okay, here we go.
So the name game is anyone obviously a room full.
How do you name a band?
How do you name? You can start a thread on Facebook that'll get 2,000 responses.
Well, there was that,
and not pick one of them.
Yeah. We had. I have registered so many Facebook pages and so many GoDaddy names that just didn't work. That you were like, no. And, we were going back and forth, and it became not quite a point of contention, but it was almost there because I was like, oh, we got to have a name.
It wasn't. Jim was like, we need a name. I'm like, we're not ready to play a show. We don't necessarily need a name right now. Let's concentrate on writing. And that would last a week or two. And then Jim was like, "We need a name." Yeah. I'm like, let's not get so hot about it. We we can be opposites. Jim's like, and I'm like, let's not worry about it. And it went on for a while, and we had we all brought in names, and we all were kind of like, okay, I guess we can all live with that. But no one really wanted to like settle on something that was half-assed. We're like, nah, all right. So
there were really none that knocked it out of the park. So
I get a text one night, like I think it was the middle of the night. You texted me. You're like, dude, we're retards.
Yeah, well, let me finish, because this was essentially Jesse's whole mindset was like, it's going to come to us.
Yeah,
it's going to come to us. So flashback 10 plus years, we're at a party at Jace. Fournay, who
was it before I was even in We're All Gonna Die, or was it just you and I hanging?
We were hanging out, we were just drinking, and there was a bunch of drunk people there, and we're doing whatever. So the idea came up of forming this imaginary band with Jessie playing drums, with myself playing bass, and Megan McLaughlin singing and playing guitar.
Wow!
And that we were going to call it Shatner. And the funny thing, and that popped into my head one night, not even thinking of it, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm like, Jesse, Shatner.
There it is.
Bing.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I hit myself in the head with a brick. I'm like, we've had the name the whole time.
Isn't it like it's sweet relief too? Like when you're like, that's it. I don't have to think about this anymore.
It's a really world of weight off.
You get into like this like
done.
Like you said, that moment where you're like freaking out, like you have to have a name, and then you're like trying to be like spiritual, like the name will come.
Right.
And like I do that.
You know what's weird though is like when you don't need a name,
it did though.
You can think of hundreds of band names, like boom, boom,
yeah.
Right. And then when you actually do need a name, nothing.
It's nothing.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Like nerds, squares, herbs will always. Every time someone says any like three weird words together, someone's like, "That's a great band name."
Yeah.
Like, like Green Burrito Party. Like, no, that's stupid. Don't. That'd be a great band name. Like, no, that's never. Nothing is that. Anytime someone says that's a great band name, it's not.
It's not, right? Yeah.
It's not. It's stupid.
With Black Wolf Code, I was like, I'm going to take 3 words that are just completely overused, and I'm putting them all together and have the most overused band name.
I actually got that, and I thought that was great. When you did that, I was like, I get it. That was brilliant. That's brilliant.
But I've seen some people that are they get scared by it. They're like, Black Wolf Code, oh my God. What am I in for?
They should be scared.
You put the CD in and you just get impaled.
There you go, dead.
Well, while we got, you can only listen to it once, and you're dead.
While we got Jesse in the room, what are the Awesome Day dates?
There we go.
It's one day, May 30th, the last Saturday in May.
One day, awesome. Multiple locations.
One awesome day, dude. 3 venues for the evening shows. As always, a cookout at O'Brien's all day, starting 3-ish.
Best.
We've got Ringer Park in Austin. We're going to do some outdoor stuff. Yeah.
Vegetarian options.
No.
Good.
All the vegetarians will be grilled and served to the meat eaters. Thank you very much.
We will serve vegetarians.
Vegetarians are made of meat. You know that, right? Vegetarians.
Yeah.
Ringer Park, and we're working on, I believe this is also, we're going to have Blow's on board. I think we're going to do that at a matinee.
Well, there's always Blow. What are you talking about?
Hey! That's the Boston League of Women Wrestlers, everybody. That's going to be, we believe, at Brighton Music Hall. It's not locked, but I mean, we're talking. They're into it. Blow is into it.
Planetoid probably.
And Planetoid is going to be opening that show.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts. That's going to be pretty cool. So that's going to be
so I can eat meat after.
Matinee style. The Ringer Park and the Blow thing are going to be afternoon style. And then we're going to go to O'Brien's, start cooking out, start the shows there, and then O'Brien's is going to go all day into the night, and then Great Scott and Wonder Bra.
You said May 30th?
Are going to be May 30th.
May 30th.
Those are going to be the 2 nighttime
shows. Is there like a web page or a
mark it on your calendar?
We have a FaceTube page.
The snow should be gone by then.
We're going to be making an announcement.
What if it snows? Is there a snow date?
What's the snow date on that?
May 30th.
Yep.
Don't cut them off. Give them.
We'll have our snow melters out that we borrowed from Canada.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm pretty psyched. This is the biggest it's been. We did a couple venues last year, and it was pretty cool. And we're just kind of trying to ramp it up.
So pretty soon this will be like Comcast Center, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Perry Farrell will be involved.
Or Daryl's house.
My laundry room.
All right, cool. We got to get into some snacks.
We got to get into some snacks now, man.
What do we have?
And so, you know what we've done this week? We're treating ourselves.
You guys are lucking out. Because we're not going to make you eat.
I'm calling Doug right now.
Do we have shrimp sausage?
No, I would eat squid. I love squid.
No
squid
seafood,
ice cream?
No headless fish.
None of that stuff. I'm calling Doug.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're calling Doug. We're treating ourselves this week.
We're going to treat ourselves this week.
What is it?
All right, first up, we have Little Debbie Boston cream rolls. Okay?
Oh, I don't know if those will taste good.
Yeah, so here we go. Everyone gets one of these, baby.
You.
Snack sucks.
Because Little Debbie rules.
She's the best.
Get Nash one.
Hey, Nash. There you go.
Boom.
So
cream roll.
And then here we go, the Boston cream.
All right, so we have rules. Don't just open it up and hammer into it. We count and we chew together.
Okay. Hey, Dougie.
Yo.
We're eating awesome food.
Yes.
Dude, no seafood this week,
No seafood.
Man.
Oh, man, what's going on, man?
Little Debbie, Boston cream.
We're treating ourselves this week, man.
We're getting ourselves a Lakers date.
All right, so Doug,
this is good stuff.
There's no element of danger here. This is like a home run. Like they look delicious on the box.
To Boston cream.
Little Debbie Boston cream rolls.
They smell amazing.
While we got Doug on the line, Doug, how's recording going for the new Gozu record?
I feel like we should have phone sex or something.
What are you wearing?
I'm not your imaginary girlfriend, Doug.
How's the record coming, Doug?
I was told Veronica Vane was calling in.
Oh.
How's the Gozu recording going, man?
You guys tracking or you just...
What are you working on? This is the Jimi Hendrix song?
Yeah, we're doing a thing for Mike Vitale's label. He's doing this Jimi Hendrix compilation. All these bands are recording, a Hendrix tune, and we're doing.
Did we count in?
The song called "Rainy Day, Dream Away." It's kind of this rare, kind of a deep cut Hendrix tune.
That's a good song, man.
It's got bass and drums on. So
Doug's stomping all over our countdown.
So good. You know what goes good with Hendrix? Awesome snacks.
Little Debbie, baby.
Oh, these are good. I thought it was going to shrimp sausage.
All I want to know is, did Gaff take his shirt off in the studio yet?
I feel like Big Debbie right now.
He did.
He did?
Yeah, he's taking his shirt off now.
That's good.
We want photos.
Now it's a go.
Everybody take a bite of this Little Debbie and let's grade it.
All right, in honor of Doug, Boston
2,
cream rolls.
3.
Go, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So good.
Snacks don't suck.
Doug, you're blowing it, buddy.
Oh, man.
You blew it!
I just ordered a chicken parm sub.
Now I'm blowing it.
Nice. So we all give A's to Little Debbie.
Every snack today gets a yup.
It's going to get better. It's getting better.
Yup.
Where's the sub from, though, Doug? Bob's?
No, we're down in Rockland.
Oh, boy.
They got good subs down there.
Weak sauce. Come on.
I think Rockland, actually, their motto is we like subs.
Yeah.
So I'm in heaven
I'll
right now.
move there immediately.
All right.
Yeah.
Subs are good.
There you go.
Dude, the snack smells like Rockland.
No, it doesn't smell that bad.
I like that.
No, Rockland's nice, man.
Are you going to visit Music Unlimited while you're there?
So you playing a Strat for this or what?
I was just going to mention Music Unlimited, but I didn't want them to start calling up and placing ads.
So
do they have like guitars there anymore? I don't even know. I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff.
Sheet music.
Which guitar are you using to track this Hendrix track? You doing the Strat or are you using the BC Rich?
No Strat or BC Rich. I just got a guitar from Reverend Guitars. I'm using that thing.
Right on.
This is the thing. When I record, Doug, I usually, for a little more precision, I hike my bass up a little bit more. So when you're in the studio, does it actually touch your chin?
It does.
Okay.
He sits down.
You just like duct tape it around the top of your head?
That's terrible, man.
Let's get this next snack.
We have another snack here. I went to H Mart.
What is it?
But I got some sweet rice and cheese donuts.
Oh, yeah.
So these look like they're going to be good, man.
Cheese. Oh, my God. Anyone who's allergic to cheese, leave me alone.
There we go.
Wow.
These look like they're going to be good, man. Hold on.
3.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I don't even want to...
Take a bite. Take a bite.
All right.
Here we go.
It's so cute. I don't even...
Oh, it's good.
Oh, my God.
Doug, you are blowing it.
That's something else.
These, yeah.
But I mean, even before we went, they're adorable.
Inside of it.
They're adorable. They're so cute. These things are the best things ever.
This is the best snack I've eaten on the show so far.
Seriously.
That's because you guys eat crap.
There's like real cheese in here.
This is incredible.
Good. Like sugar.
Jarvis.
But it's adorable. Yeah. It's so cute. I didn't even want to bite it.
He's not even listening.
I'm listening.
What's up with the Bruins, Jarvis? What's going on?
You missed a second. Doherty called in and laid down the law.
What do you mean he's not listening? You're not listening, apparently.
Yeah, he's not listening.
I am listening to you. No, Doherty called in.
That's all we've been talking about all day.
This isn't CBS Radio. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Oh, yeah?
I know.
You should listen to your own show.
Gerald, there more of these?
That's all I got, man.
Oh, my God.
Doug, all I can say is...
where are these from?
RIP.
H Mart.
2014-2015 Boston Bruins.
Right in Central.
The Bruins season, by all accounts, is pretty much over.
This actually sounds like a party line from like the early 90s when you'd call up.
It's
like talking. There's always like one dude being like, "Hey man, my dick is out. My dick is out." Always they try to like mac on some chick online.
All right, we got to get out of here pretty soon, Doug. Stop giving us nonsense.
Fax me some nudes.
Hey, Doug.
No.
Doug.
That's good.
Yo.
My dick is out.
Oh! I got an autographed Johnny A poster for you waiting for you.
I hope so, man.
Nice.
All right, Doug. Well,
good luck in the studio, man.
Good luck with the studio, man.
Yeah, don't make Hendrix turn over in his grave. Play guitar well.
Yeah, we missed you.
That's too late.
Take pictures of shirtless Gaff for me.
Post that shit. All right. Take it easy, Doug.
A new band name, Shirtless Gaff.
Right on.
All right, that's Doug. He's gone.
Douglas Allen Sherman.
Those are the best snacks.
Oh my god,
that cheese thing was something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I can't finish my Little Debbie because the cheese thing ruined it for me. I don't want to go back to that.
We got like 3 minutes. We want to do a quick little hair metal segment, so just pick one of them.
All right, we're just gonna pick one hair metal song here and analyze the lyrics.
Let's quickly.
We're gonna go with Rat.
All right.
If you guys can just,
of course.
I know you really want to lay it down.
You're in love. We're gonna go with You're in Love.
Quickly analyze.
Okay.
This.
All right, read it.
So here we go. All right. You take the midnight subway train. Okay, what can we infer from this?
They just canceled that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So
there's no more midnight subway train.
There is no more midnight subway train. That's out.
That means sex.
They're calling all the shots.
That means sex.
That's about sex.
Rapist.
You're struck by lightning. That can be painful. That could be very painful.
That's called a donkey punch.
If there's if there's a storm, you should go inside. You shouldn't be outside.
Agreed.
So
hiding in the cave.
You take the evening one-on-one. I don't know. Is that sex too?
Yeah.
That's sex. That's definitely sex. One-on-one.
You're only living to have fun. That's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Like play video games.
I mean, who isn't?
You want to use me.
Songs about
take
video
me home
games.
tonight. You want to use me. Take me home tonight.
You want to
use me for what? I don't understand.
To do my laundry.
Everybody in the 80s
Make
was a
dinner.
whore.
I'm gonna bring
saying
it back.
it sounds better when Rat says it other than Eddie Money.
Do my laundry.
I'll make you wish that you were mine. Yeah. So
I'm gonna get you drunk.
I mean, this sounds like
I would do your laundry.
That's like is that a veiled reference to like slavery?
It is.
You know, like you own someone.
No,
I don't think that
I'm gonna make love to you so hard that you can't move, and that's all you got left.
No. Okay. Well, then it goes on. You know, you're struck by lightning again. That's painful.
Wow.
You're in love. It's not worth fighting. Just give up.
He's a serial rapist.
He's a rapist.
Yeah.
He's a rapist that keeps slaves in the basement.
A serial racist.
Let's see what else we got here. We
the extra T is for rapist.
You make your living loving hot.
Okay.
Is that like
that just doesn't make sense.
That's cheese-filled donuts.
Well, that sounds like you're talking about a prostitute, maybe.
Ooh.
Like she makes her love. That's how she earns her money.
Now he's captured.
You're gonna make me dinner after you do my laundry.
You spin me like a top.
Okay.
That could be
that's spin cycle laundry. We're back to laundry. It's all about laundry.
I don't know. That lyric's terrible.
Yeah.
And then it goes back. You take the evening one-on-one. He's just repeating the same stuff again. I don't even really think that Stephen Piercy put much thought into this at all.
I mean, this is no lay it down. Come on.
Okay, then
let's be honest. Like, were the lyrics really the high point of any of these songs?
Hold on.
Like during this period of time,
Rat was all about the musicianship.
Well, turn around. And then he asks, "Remember me?" So is this about dealing with like
that's face-to-face
autism or something? Not autism, but if you're like if you're an old person.
This is all about
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
Listen,
Asperger's.
This is a dad who picked up a prostitute who happened to be his daughter. Yeah. That's what the song is about.
Done.
Yeah,
all right, then,
remember me?
So that's about.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. So I mean, I'm just kind of confused about
do my laundry, or I'm going to tell your mom.
Yeah, take the midnight subway train. That's out.
That's out. That's a dark path.
No more.
We've had it.
Speaking of that, we're going to leave with some whores.
Yeah. Here we go, man.
All right, this is track Baby Bird. These guys are playing Sunday night with I Become Death and Retox over at the Middle East.
Thanks for Shatner for coming in.
Thanks,
Thank you, Shatner, for having us
tonight.
Show
Thanks
today
for
sucks.
Show sucks.
Show sucks.
See you next Saturday.